Hi Marley, welcome back. Rubbing the orb along the entire body, absorbing all of the energy. Okay, here's the point. Power and strength. Pulling the energy out the tips. Following again that pattern of coming down the center. Hello friends, I'm just about to jump into filming a video and I was feeling super low energy. It's late afternoon, but I just had a little help from today's sponsor, Armra. So I'll admit I had never heard of colostrum before I started using Armra, but ever since I really think that this is such an interesting superfood. It's got over 400 nutrients in it. If you didn't know, colostrum contains dairy and comes from cows, and Armra actually has a calf first promise, meaning that they source this product humanely and within the US. They have done clinical trials and they've had third-party testing, which showed that it may be able to help with your immune health, your gut health, your metabolism. There are so many amazing benefits from Armra that it's really worth giving it a try if you haven't already. Especially if you feel like other supplements just haven't worked for you. Instead of having to take lots of different things to cover all of these different nutrients, Armra kind of covers them all in one fell swoop. I use the Health Revival. It's a powder. You just stir it into your drink. I usually use cold water and drink it throughout the day or in one sitting, whatever you prefer. I like to make sure I get at least one full glass of water in the morning, and then I'll have one of the little to-go packs in the afternoon. Those ones are flavored, which is really nice. I also saw that they just launched a soda, which I'm very, very excited to try. I love a little bubble, I love a little fizz, and if it's anything like the powders, they taste really great. If you want to try Armra for yourself, you can use my code CHILLWITHHANNAH15 for 15% off your order using the link in the description. Thank you so much to Armra for sponsoring today's relaxation. Now enjoy. Hi Marley, welcome back. Hi. Good to see you again. Always lovely to get to spend some time with you and deal with your energy. And I know when you booked your session, you said you've had a little bit of a crazy couple of weeks, months here. So we'll really get a scan of the whole body and see how you're doing physically and energetically. And then we'll treat you with whatever you need, okay? Okay. So feel free to close your eyes. I'm going to start a quick scan. And I'm going to do this, I think, my clear stone, and I'll just be running this along the body. It's this clear glass orb. So it's not a stone, it's glass. And glass is formed when we have extreme heat and sand. So it's a pretty incredible process of turning something that's millions and trillions and unfathomably large amount of things into one solid piece. Rubbing the orb along the entire body, absorbing all of the energy. I can also feel the points at which it's getting a little stuck. And this isn't about where it's getting stuck physically, it's where I'm kind of feeling almost like a thicker pulsation, like I'm suddenly moving through molasses. Just relax for me. I'll hold you up. Running it along the scalp, by the ears, across the chest. What you'll feel is like a bit of coolness and a bit of pressure. Both of those are very normal. That is just the physical attributes of this stone, but you may also start to feel a bit of a wave come over you. You may feel some release. You have had multiple sessions with me before, and therefore you know that you may feel some energetic movement throughout this. And the body's gonna accept it quicker too because you've had that experience. Keeping your eyes closed, I'm just gonna examine the orb. So it's telling me there's cracking in the energy. There's flaws. That doesn't mean that you're a flawed person, but we are having some disconnection. And it's a bit cloudy as well, so we'll need some clearing. And there's a couple big cracks. I'm going to do a bit of a physical examination now that we've got the initial reading, and this is just going to involve me feeling some of your energetic points or chi points. Or relax. There you go. I know it's hard, especially when the body feels fragmented. You're going to want to push back more. It's a form of protection. When you're already cracked like that, your body naturally wants to really retain a lot of control because it's really fragile. So there's a point in the back of your neck. There's a point in the front of your throat. There's one in the palm of your hands. On both sides. Right behind the tricep area. Up into the shoulder points. There's one here in the solar plexus. One here legs as well. And the top of the head. So each point is connected to each other and yet independent. So this tells me something about each energetic point of the body, but also about the flow in general. And your flow is very, very disconnected. Again, not that surprising considering that we saw those fractures. So let's focus on connecting you. I'm gonna do a couple of things. I'm applying a few essences and then I'm going to be dragging them along the body. So it's kind of a micro amount. It comes out less as a liquid and more as a vapor. But it'll do what it needs to do. Mixing everything together. And place some bracelets on to aid in my healing. And gently just bringing awareness to all these points that we just activated. Connecting them with an oil. You should be able to smell that. And it should be very invigorating. Breathe in, blow out. Now let's do some testing. So I'll be placing a stone and activating it. Okay, and feeling. Placing a stone, I'm going to instead just activate with a tap because for some reason my energy is not aligning. This is Indian agate. And it can be very soothing, comforting, and connecting stone. So it's good for feeling whole. It's also good for pain relief, both physical and emotional pain. And that is working well for you. And I'll rub the stone all over the body and along those points. Setting that aside. Try a zebra stone for balance and change. Communicating. No, so you don't necessarily need change. We're looking more at stability. Let's see. Some tiger's eye. So I'm kind of entering these little messages, and they don't, relate to anything. It's not like Morse code. It's just like the feeling I have, and it's how I connect to your energy and the energy of the world around us, of every healer that came before us and will come after us. Using their power So bravery, courage, power in this stone. It's going to be really important for you to find that power and stability amongst yourself. You're not going to find it outside of you. You're not going to find it in another person or in a job or in a place. You're only going to find it within yourself. See if you need protection with the obsidian. Okay, here's the point. Right here. It's not too bad. You have a really strong energy field around you. It's actually sometimes an issue when we have fractures in our energy because they can't actually heal. Like your version of your white blood cells for your energy is like too strong, and it's kind of attacking its own So we actually don't want to do too much protection. We want to create a little bit more flexibility and freedom for things to flow. Again, you have those flow blockages. So I won't do too much on that. Got some red agate. Power and strength. Less than the tiger's eye, which is really that courage and bravery, and this is more of an internal strength of self-love, self-confidence, surety. You're actually fine. It's all a process of finding what you need and what you don't need. Clear quartz. Usually I find this links best to the crown. It's that inner clarity, but yours is actually a little bit lower. More in the third eye. I'll leave that there. This brokenness. Sometimes we have to make things worse before they can get better. This is one of those things where we have to break it even more so that we can then fill it in. Running an amethyst scratcher. It's a little bit sharp. It's our amethyst sharp scratcher because, again, we want to create a little bit of disturbance, a little bit of, I don't want to say pain because it's not painful, I hope, but a little bit of separation. Running it up along the fingers. You're going to feel a tingling sensation, almost like someone scratching the inside of your palms. It's going to feel a little tickly, it's going to feel a little scratchy. What I'm doing is pulling all the energy we just shook up over there and pulling it down through the tips of the fingers and letting it out into the world. Same thing over here. And this should be a very unique sensation, something you don't feel a lot. But it also should be very grounding and bring a lot of awareness to where you are right now in this moment. I'm going to place another amethyst here. Shining a light, reflecting it. Now creating a vibration, bathing my hands in it, and allowing us to enter the relaxation portion, where we give our body time and space to heal, as opposed to asking more of it. So hard work is done. We've got the calming amethyst, center of the body, pulling all the energy from top down, bottom up to the central point of wholeness, of connection. Once I can no longer hear the tone, I'll strike it again. Cutting cords. Using my selenite sticks, working off the body. Everything moving from the top to the center, and then again from the bottom to the center. Removing my bracelets as we're done with the main clearing. Grounding you. Running my hands along the base of the neck and behind the ears, transferring all of my good energy to you, back to you, and scraping away anything that doesn't belong. Also allowing you to connect to a physical sensation of uplifting. Gently using my nails, just like the amethyst scratcher. It's not a massage, it's a lighter touch than that. We're not working the muscles, we're resetting the mind. We're creating space where before there was clusters. We're creating wholeness where before there were fractures. Pulling the energy out the tips of the fingers. Feather sweeping. Any last little bits of stress away. Following again that pattern of coming down the center. And now up to center. Again, prioritizing the hands. Sealing our practice. And lastly, we'll light a bit of cedar just to leave you with a layer of smoke protection. Moving the amethyst now. Okay. All right, Marley, you lay here as long as you need. If you want to take a nap, that's fine. If you want to get up and start moving and feeling invigorated and ready to take on the world, that's fine too. Let the body process this session over the course of at least a couple of days. Drink some lemon water, and we'll, of course, see you again very soon. Thank you.